Alrighty, so this is Lavender. It has main menu music that I'm sure I've heard somewhere before, but I don't remember where. Again, I'd read the features, but there are none. Though it says it is possible to play through the game without encountering any horror content, so I don't. That sounds a bit strange. Before playing, please be aware that this game contains potentially disturbing content. For more details, please refer to readme.txt for vague content warnings, or content warnings contain spoilers.txt for specifics. Well, let's make sure there's no stupid controls. Nope, everything looks about right. Video settings. F5? Oh, I guess there are video settings. It doesn't show up in the recording, though. Skip introduction. No, let's look at the introduction. Once upon a time, there was a young woman pregnant with her first child. She was very nurturing and made sure to take good care of both herself and the unborn. One day she was strolling through the forest. She had gotten lost and became rather hungry. Worried about her baby, the woman tried to find something to eat. Soon she found a cottage in the woods with a modest garden next to it. There, several trees and shrubs bore delicious fruit. The woman let out a sigh of relief and walked up to the garden. There she picked several fruits and started to eat. Well, that's kind of rude. Someone probably lives there. However, the owner of the garden was not happy with the young woman's indulgence. Why wouldn't you just go to the front door and say, "Hey, I'm starving. I've been walking through the woods, can I have some fruit?" You see, the garden was grown with utmost care by the witch who lived in the cottage. Oh, well, I guess that's good enough a reason. She had witnessed everything through the window. Just when the expecting mother was about to eat a third fruit, the witch approached her with a cold expression. "How dare you eat from my garden?" she snarled. Terrified, the trespasser vehemently apologized. I'm sorry. But it was too late. To make up for your grave mistake, I require a tribute." The expecting mother bowed her head. I don't have anything of value, I'm afraid." The witch pondered for a minute, then replied, "Your baby, that will suffice." Wait, her baby? Yes. This witch was selfish and cruel. She acted in a way that can't be forgiven. But what happened to the baby? Well, maybe I'll tell you about that some other time. Okay. Don't look so sour, it's your birthday. I guess. Oh, before I forget. Happy birthday, Lavender. Oh, it's so pretty. Thank you so much. I'll be sure to take good care of it. I'm glad you like it. Oh, look at the time. I'm sorry, Lavender, but I have to go now. It's okay. I had fun. Alright, I'll see myself out then. Could you walk faster, please? I'll come by for lunch around 2. Until then. Later, Mom. Why is the music so quiet now? It was so loud on the main menu. It's such a nice day. My present. It'd be a shame if I didn't use it. Oh no. Oh, no. I dropped it. It won't kill me. I have to get it back. Oh, Jesus. Man, the Mom was walking so fast that I just... There's a long hair on the table. It contained pink hair. Okay. The mom was walking so slow that I thought... I was gonna walk that slow too. There's no sound effects, by the way. Unless I want a quick death. Can't go out the window. I'm not sleepy. I'd love to paint something, but now is not the time. Time to read. A lot of things to look at. It does need to be cleaned. Mom didn't lock the door. She usually does. Maybe I shouldn't. Is this safe? Yep. Man, where are these sound effects? Is my headset turned down? Oh, it is turned down. Jesus Christ. I guess that explains it. Well, here goes nothing. Oh god, there's footstep sound effect. Hello? That's a very smooth animation right there. The flower needs a little more time to grow. What? Can I back out? Yes, thank you. I nurture. It's a painting of a mother and a child. The book on the table reads, 3 flowers reaching to the sky. 1 quite tall and brittle, 1 waiting with patience, and 1 quickly satisfied. Oh, okay. That took longer than I wanted it to. Good thing I edit things. There's a book about chess puzzles, using the movement rules and general game flow of a game of chess. Various puzzles have been designed both as a way to hone one's skills and pass time. Unlike a game of chess, however, they usually do not require a second player. A common puzzle is putting down certain pieces to cause a checkmate, which is more like a traditional game of chess. Other puzzles require the player to put down certain pieces, in a way that would make it impossible for any piece to directly capture another. Bastion. It's a painting of a tower. There's a book about chess. The basics of chess. The game of chess simulates a battlefield scenario, where a battle takes place between 2 armies. Capturing pieces of the opposing color is done by moving to their current location. To distinguish the armies, each has its own associated color. Usually the 2 colors used are black and white. To win the game, a player must either capture the king piece of the opposing army. Put the kings in a position where it can't move, or stay in a place without being in danger. The latter scenario is called checkmate. If the king is in direct danger but can still get out of trouble, this scenario is referred to as a check instead. Man. The queen. The second tall... I know all about chess. I'm sure everyone else does too. Crown top, square top. Okay, well, let's just try the puzzle. Actually, you know what? No, hold on. I wanna save. I have to hit numlock before I can exit. Now I turn on numlock again. Okay. Nailed to the board and won't budge. There's a long hair tucked between the pages of pink hair. Oh, well, okay. Black searches for white. Were black to move, they would close in. White hides away for safety. Were white to move, they would certainly fall. Oh, it actually has to be in a place where, like, nothing can get captured. Okay. The way that was worded was, like, very strange to me. I know how chess works pretty well, but it was worded in a really weird way. It's a painting of 2 women, one begging the other. When harmony is broken and interests collide, the slightest imbalance will tip the scale. Oh boy. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, that doesn't weigh all that much. What? Okay, that's so weird. Can I not take pieces? Okay, I can. It has to be a very specific spot there. Oh. We did it, boys. Is this just like a strength puzzle? The book on the table reads, a greedy hand moves forward. The target marked for grabs. A rope brings back the cornered. And the watchful eye observes. Temptation. It's a painting of an idyllic garden. Okay, so this is just going to reset it. Yeah. So is this just a strength puzzle? Oh, okay. Well, that was the easiest one yet. Whoops. Come on. Commitment. It's a painting of a wedding. The book on the table reads, a bond for forever, sealed with golden rings. These hearts join together, their fingers now bound. Okay, so it's in a grid formation. I thought maybe I had like free roam and I had to like put them in the little center spots. Oh, that's so weird. It feels so strange. I hope I'm doing this right. I mean, I can't really think of anything else to do since it seems somewhat self-explanatory. If this is actually what we're supposed to do, then I'm going to be really confused because this is another really easy one. Okay. The only one that really gave me trouble was the chess one because I wasn't really sure what it was asking me to do. There's a book about potion ingredients. Oh. There are several common ingredients listed on the page. Oh, well. Earwig, eye, durian, beard, tongue, bear claw, chicken egg. The book on the table reads, an embryo is forming. A flower blooms inside. 2 insects crawling over. The fruit of life that grows. Now these eyes will open. Each limb grows 1 sharp blade. When these all mix together, they're finally complete. Oh. It's a painting of a pregnant woman. There's a long hair among the potion ingredients. Pink hair. Hold on. Was there any pink hair up? Oh my god, that was an awful sound. Okay, so there's probably going to be like a hair on each of these levels. There's a long hair wrapped around the rope. There we go. And did I get one? No. Whoop. Okay, well, I really don't want to do that again. Maybe I'll have to, though, if I want to get this. What? Oh, well, I guess I gotta do this again, then. Okay. Oh. What? Okay, so I had to do the puzzle again, and then when I looked, then there was a hair. So I had to do the puzzle 2 times. What? Okay, let's never go back there. Never again. No, get out of there. I don't like that room. This one is... I haven't even tried it yet. Oh, it worked. Okay. Alrighty. Is this another strength puzzle? The book on the table reads, 3 hearts have gathered. 1 hidden, 1 brave. They both feel desire. The third unaware. Beginning. It's a painting of 3 plants sprouting. I did it. I don't know what I did, but I did it. I just put them on every space until it worked. That's oh crap. Hold on, no. Well, I forgot the stupid. Well, at least I made a save. I can do it later. I'm gonna have to go back and get the hair from the last room because I forgot it. Lavender, what are you doing out here? I'm sorry. I dropped my new comb out the window. I wanted to retrieve it before you'd get back. Is that so? Oh, Lavender. It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm sorry. Don't be. I was just surprised, that's all. We should just get back inside, okay? What was that sound effect? I guess something unhooked from my computer. Okay. I bought lunch. Oh, thank you. Or brought lunch, I guess. Mama. The end. Okay, well, I'm sure that there's another end. I forgot 1 strand of hair there, so whoops. Attach the pink hair to the nails. Alright, sure. God damn it. Whoops. Okay. Oh. There we go. That looks a little bit better. There's a silver key on the table. Obtain silver key. Present. It's a painting of a bald woman holding a baby. Present. Is that what I... no. Use the silver key. There's some blood in there. It's... looks like something happened in here. Looks like a diary. It reads, I couldn't do it. Even if they're not viable. They look too much like her. I just couldn't. And Lavender. She must never know what I did. Can't save in here. What? What is this? This is... Mom? So it came to this. Mom, I don't understand. Why? Why this? I don't expect you to understand. Understand what? What is happening here? I'm sorry, Lavender. I don't think we will have any more birthdays together. Secret end. Oh, what? Yeah, I guess return to the titles. What? It's the bonus room. Oh, me? I'm the mascot for Clockwork Prince. Needless to say, I'm not an in-game character. Talk to my clones if you want thoughts on the game's development. They will comment on whatever is nearby. That's alright. Actually, I want to read the first note before I read that. We'll go through all these, why not? Before committing to Lavender, I worked on an entirely different game. That game was my first entry attempt for the Pixel Horror Jam 2016 on Itch.io. However, that first project proved too large and... Oops. Pretty sure you get the gist of it. So after about a month of working on that previous game, I got the idea for Lavender. I found out about the game Huntress of the Hollow and got inspired by it. Despite the difference in genre, I liked how it turns a fairy tale into a small game. As I had already spent about a month on a project that I couldn't finish, I instead started working on a game with the same basic idea, a short fairy tale game. The concept for Lavender is rather simple, an alternate take on the Rapunzel fairy tale, where the main character has a more active role and moves everything forward. I left out the prince, because in the original story, he led Rapunzel outside, yet I wanted Lavender to go outside of her own volition. Another thing I did to differentiate the game from the original fairy tale is making Rosalie, the witch, a bit different and less simplistic. While Lavender is definitely the protagonist, she's not as elaborate when it comes to backstory and character. When it comes to gameplay, I decided early on that Lavender would be a puzzle game. It was a good fit as it would make getting out of the tower challenging. It also helped me practice with both puzzle design and eventing, which proved challenging but also very rewarding. As I'm a big fan of implicit storytelling, I wanted Lavender's story to be told mainly through information gathered from the puzzles and areas in the game. To help illustrate the backstory, several paintings were placed in the tower. Said paintings were not always literal depictions of what happened, however. I knew from the start that I wanted the game to have two different endings. One that was a somewhat happy ending, and one that clearly wasn't. I was very inspired by The Witch's House, since that game's true ending shines a completely different light on the entire game. But I didn't want to name either ending the true one, as I prefer to let the player decide the one they like best and prefer to see as true. I like that idea. Oh. Color shifts. Because of the time constraints of the jam this game was made for, I decided to give the game a limited color palette. To break the monotony of having just a few colors, each tower floor has its own associated color set. The only time the game breaks from the limited colors is during the ending scenes. In order to break the black areas and give the game a more fairy tale-like feel, I decided to give the game a decorative frame. An alternate frame was used in the cellar of the tower to signify a tonal shift. Yeah, it had like spider webs and stuff. That was cool. In this room you can read general game commentary in the books, small profiles on each character, look at CGs, listen to music. Lavender, a young girl who was raised in the tower isolated from the outside world. A witch whose life is not rose-tinted. Lily, a young woman who would do everything for her child. Florian, a young peasant who fell in love with Lily. Okay. Makes a little bit more sense. I guess I get that one floor now. A bit more. Do you want to listen to the game's music? I mean, I already am. I actually like this music more. Oh, do you want to look at the game's CGs? Press confirm to stop looking at a CG. Press cancel to leave this. Okay, well, it's not much there, really. Book on the table. In the room to the right, you can view all the paintings found inside the game. Alright, that's nice. Making the paintings for the game was something I wasn't sure I could do. Since the game was made for a game jam, I had to work really fast. But in the end, I'm happy I could include them. Painting mother and child. Tower. Painting of two women, one begging the other. Okay. Temptation. It's painting of an idyllic garden. Alright. Commitment. Wedding. Pregnant woman. There's a lot of symbolic stuff there, but I don't really fancy that stuff too much, so it's not too hard to follow, really, but eh. The puzzles are challenging but fun to create. I learned a lot while making them, which will definitely help my future projects. That puzzle one was the only one I didn't really get too much. For this puzzle, the hardest aspect was communicating well with the player. I sent a prototype to some of my testers, which quickly led to me discovering that not everyone is familiar with the basics of chess. While this was a rookie mistake, it gave me the opportunity to make a room less empty. The chess room had been very boring before the bookcases got added. I mean, I still had trouble communicating. Scales. The scales puzzle was probably one of the more challenging to design. While I knew what I wanted it to be like, I wasn't sure how to execute it. I ultimately went with making parallax backgrounds that would change whenever the amount of weight on the scales changed. Because of RPGmaker's limitations, I made 5 different parallax images. Making the puzzle bug-free was a real challenge, because of the sheer amount of event instances it required. The puzzle with the players has to grow plants in the correct order. Probably as the worst puzzle design out of the entire game, as the correct order cannot be deduced without trial and error. Yeah, I didn't like that one either. It wasn't too hard, but I didn't like it. Basically a variation of the puzzle where you push a block through a maze. This time around the goal is to get the statues in the right place. The one thing that made it harder was choosing the type of floor patterns to use, though since the statues made more sense when aligned a certain way. I trusted my players to catch on to seeing the statues, a statue poses hinted at, yeah. And like now that I kind of thought about it a little bit more, I can get where the whole statue thing was about. Rings. The rings puzzle is comparatively easy since it's a lot like a jigsaw puzzle. The main difference would be that there is no picture to complete, only pieces to fit inside the rings on the board. This one was relatively easy to make since it was one of the later puzzles I made. And I also already learned a lot from the others and they were already done. Yeah, that was the worst puzzle. This was the worst puzzle. The ring one was the second worst. Not in difficulty, just in terms of being not interesting at all and easy. Compared to all of the other puzzles, this one is rather simplistic. However, I felt like it tied well with the story chapter depicted on that floor. This was the puzzle I finished making. God damn it. The fastest by far. Okay. Crap, I can't remember which painting it was in that room. I can't remember which painting it was, but that's all for this game. This was actually a good game. You know what's weird about that? It's a puzzle game. It's not really a horror game at all. It's a puzzle game, and I liked it. Aside from one puzzle, which was my fault for not understanding it, it was good. Maybe I should play more puzzle games instead of ones that are like trying to be a hybrid of horror and puzzle and end up doing both of them really, really bad. So, thank you for watching. Goodbye.